Well. It's a beautiful horror talk day.
Yes.
Just in case nobody knows, I did put the poll up on the community bar. I need to put that poll up sooner to give people a chance to go into it and put in their votes because I think I'm putting in too close to the show, so I don't get like a lot of accurate numbers until the next day.
Yeah.
But like so far, over 8 people have voted so far for Killer Clowns, and 12 votes. There's been 12 votes so far. 58% yes, 8% says no. I guess 1% or 1% and 1% put it's okay, not great. Basically, that what I put on there means 50-50. You liked it, but it's not great. And then one person said they never seen it. So, and we're gonna dig right into it because it is an interesting. What the hell's an interesting movie? But before we get started on that, let me ask you a question. I haven't seen the poll in my feed. The poll, what I understand, the community bar, it works on computers, but like I have an iPad. On an iPad, I don't know about a phone. You can't access the community through the iPad, and I don't think you can access the community with a mobile phone. I think it has to be a computer. Am I accurate, Bob?
Well, I have a laptop, so
yeah. And because I remember I keep saying that, like my iPad, when I try to go to community bar, it says you cannot access only through a computer. Like, okay, so if you really like to vote, every day I'm going to have a poll up that relates to the show, something on the show, and it's kind of a cool little poll that, like, just like yesterday. Do you believe in Area 51? Do you believe in UFOs, aliens? We had over 27 votes, which is kind of cool, and it's almost 50-50 almost. People say yes, and some people say there is Area 51, but there's no aliens. So that's kind of interesting. It's like, yes. But if you go back the day before when we did Nightmare Before Christmas, do you remember the word magic, color, or snow? 20 people voted, and 90% of the people remember the word magic, which is not in the song. So it's kind of a fun poll. It's kind of a fun way to see what people's thoughts are.
Yeah.
Without them wanting to admit in the chat, or you know what I mean. Don't want people to know what do they really think. So it's kind of a cool poll, but
it's anonymous. That's what's cool. I mean, it's anonymous. That way, you're not in nobody's camp. You're not like part of anybody's cult. You can just kind of like be honest and say, well, I kind of remember it like this. You can be honest with it. That's what I like about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It is such a interesting kind of a movie because let me try to explain it the best I can. And I want people to hear this before they think they already know what my thoughts are. It's a movie that's a hard movie to recommend because 8 out of 10 people are not going to like it.
I loved it. It.
You know that. 8 out of 10 are not going to like it. The acting's bad. The script is bad. I mean, the whole movie it's not even a B movie. It's like almost a C movie. It's almost like a C movie. But saying that nobody's going to like it, it's not a movie that you recommend. It's a movie that you have to have a lot of respect for. Okay? Now, that's what I'm talking about. Do I recommend this? No, because most people say you're on crack. Okay? But
I love it.
But you have to respect this movie, and I'll tell you why. You have to respect this movie. It's almost like a TV-made movie, but they put it on the big screen. Because it's almost like a TV, like made for TV back in the 80s, 90s. I'm not talking about movies now that are made for streaming services that has the quality of, big screen. This is like television on the big screen. And the reason you got to give this movie such a respect is certain movies don't know what kind of movie they're making. They don't know. it never has its footing. Are they trying to be scary? Are they trying to be funny? There's a lot of those kind of movies like that, like Midsummer. I didn't know what the fuck that movie was. This movie reminds me a lot of Army of Darkness.
I loved it. I loved it.
But get this. You knew what you're making. So you're making this movie not as a regular horror comedy. You're making this movie to be goofy as it is. Yep. So when you see the goofy acting, you see the goofiness of how people are acting and how they look. It's a genius. It's a genius because they did this movie. They knew what they're doing. I mean, I know it's different. It's weird. Was it like one of the best movies ever? In a weird way, you can say yes and you can say no, because like Army of Darkness, they took Evil Dead to a whole new style, a whole new, Ashes, more comedy, more this. In this movie, they did that. They did that from the start, from that goofy farmer, right, and his dog, and how he's talking like big mouth. From the start, the tone of the movie. They knew we're gonna make this like 8-Legged Freaks, but we're gonna go crazier. And before you even think about watching it, the movie. I know the 80s are a long time ago, but you're always thinking this movie came out in the early 80s and 70s, but it really came out in 1988.
88, yeah.
So it's like the most craziest, most genius kind of a fun movie to watch. It's a hell of a guilty pleasure. It's like get some coffee, get some alcohol, and just enjoy the ride, because this movie does not try to be a horror movie. It does not try to be a comedy. It is Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
It is stoner friendly. Now I'm going to say this again. It is stoner friendly. Yeah. So if you're into the herbage, I'm not advocating. I'm not out here, but if you're off the hard stuff and you want to just be normal and have ferments and whatever God gave you on the planet, which is herbs. You could smoke some herbage, some marijuana or whatever, and watch this thing, and you'll laugh your ass off. It's a stoner movie. That's what I look at. There's certain horror movies that are stoner movies. There's movies that are serious. They're serious, so serial. But this one is pure. Eric, they had. Okay, so everybody, before we get too far ahead, it's about an extraterrestrial clowns that land on this big old tent, which turns out to be it's a spaceship, which is a tent, and then they're basic, like right down to the basics, abducting people and eating them. That's it. That's as simple as it.
Let me show the trailer so people know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It was a night like any other night. Then something happened. You see that? Something different. It's the shooting star. Right here. Why now? Why clowns?
It's exactly. It knows what it wanted to be.
They've been knocking us dead all over the universe.
What are you gonna do? Knock my block off?
Get off. Soon they'll be doing it at a theater near you.
Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
Sir?
Maybe they're just cruising through the galaxy and stopped here.
For a bite to eat.
You don't need a police pal, you need a psychiatrist. You want to play games? You're messing with the wrong guy. What are you in for?
Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
No.
It's crazy.
I mean, the movie doesn't make any excuses for what it is. And that's why it's like you could say the movie The Room, where the room where that guy was trying to make a masterpiece,
Yeah.
but it turned out to be just funnier because he did it. This movie, they knew what they were making, and you have to be impressed with that because it is. He's right. He's right here. It is so 80s. It is, and it is a movie not for everybody. But if you don't mind cheesiness, because you know right out the bat it's cheesy. Now, because first of all, when they're making out in a car, right? They're making out on top of a raft, on an air raft. Making
so
out.
Who hasn't done that, Eric? Who's not made out on a raft?
Yeah, well, yeah. Who in a raft in the back of their car?
In a raft, in a church, in the back of a Volkswagen. Who hasn't done any of those things in the 80s? Come on.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying it's not a movie's not for everybody, but I gotta appreciate if you're in a studio helping to make a movie. This is the movie I would have loved to make. I guarantee everybody had a freaking awesome time. And you know the cheesiness, dude. Those clowns, they didn't look bad.
They look great.
They look great. They really did.
They look fantastic, man. They were walking around. They weren't just puppets. They were actual full-bodied masks and suits, and they're clowns, man. Clowns.
I like your blinky.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been drinking a little bit.
You got the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer kind of syndrome where, people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know why.
I'm a clown. I'm a clown from outer space, Eric. I'm from Sagittarius Arm. This is how we all look. We look like this. This is how Sagittarians look.
And it doesn't say how much the movie made. Now, it only costed $2 million, which makes sense. I mean,
That's cheap.
And I love some people's comments. Cheesy and delicious. Exactly. If you're into cheesiness, it's cheesy. Here it is. When a small town is invaded by the aliens from outer space, who are capturing and killing the townspeople. I mean, the aliens are almost the same as the characters in the TV show V when they came, because they were capturing
exactly
people
the same.
For food, and these aliens just happen to look like clowns, or they know what scares people on Earth the most, and they became clowns. And they never really said, but sometimes they say that aliens will know what fears the people the most, and they become that as part of a weapon in a way. Now, aliens all look like circus clowns. Use weapons that look like all have painted on smiles. Only a few of the young people of the town realize the danger, and of course, no one believes them. Armed with ice cream truck try and rescue their friends. Now, I'm going to tell you something. That ice cream truck, I will never buy a GMC ice cream truck, because there's a scene where that big, huge guy just picked up the truck and threw it, and it blew up that easy. So
it wouldn't happen like that. Lucky those guys were safe. Now, here's the coolest part about the movie, Eric. It's actually family friendly.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, you guys can watch it.
Only blood is the straw scene when they stuck the straw in.
You don't know blood because it's a red straw, so it could be anything. It's 100% family friendly. You thought you might see a little bit of TNA in one of the shower scenes.
You were confirmed as an orange alien on the show.
I am an orange alien, yes. I'm the original Sagittarian armed alien, yes. Yes, I'm the one that Betty and Barney Hill saw in the spacecraft. That was me inside there, the new version, the Mandela effect version of Betty and Barney Hill. You believe in that kind of thing. But yeah, Eric, it's family friendly. There's no dirties to it. It's completely silly. I love this movie. For a movie that is so clean, it's so clean. I'm like, okay, it's it's for the kids. No, this is for the adults, but at the same time, it's clean. It's stupid funny.
It is. And people in the chat, if you go to my community bar, this is my poll that I put up. did you like the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Yes, no, it's okay, not great, or never seen it. Every
Yes.
day I'm putting up a poll, people, of the whatever's on the show, and please come in here and put some votes in. I like to see what people think. So far, 58% people so far, only with 12 votes, says yes, they liked it. One person says they don't like it, and 2 people said it's okay, not great, and 2 people said they never seen it.
Yeah. It's really important, guys, because we work for the United States government and we're shills. And so we need all the information we can get from all you citizens, because technically Eric and I are aliens and we're going to take over the planet. So if we can get all your information, that'd be great. Make sure you do the poll so we can give it back to our great leaders, the reptilians.
Yeah, I think one of the first scenes in the movie that kind of let you know that we're going cheese mode is when that farmer was looking for his dog, and he calls it Pooh Bear. it's like,
Pooh Bear.
It's like a farmer.
Pooh Bear.
What farmer is going to call their dog Pooh Bear? You know what I mean? So they started off like, we're going cheese on this one. At least they're admitting it.
Yeah. At least, their weapons, all their weapons are passive weapons. They shoot popcorn. Okay, now, but the popcorn turns into creatures. Everything you would think of as a normal cheese, they've kind of whatever with it, like the cotton candy. So when you guys think of humans being stored, you think of people getting, it's like Soylent Green. Oh yeah, I love that one. You think people getting stored in like some kind of cocoon, like a reptilian. It's just like Eric, like V, right? But they're actually stored in cotton candy. So they're in cotton candy, and then they can drink with a twisty straw your essence out of the cotton candy. The inside of the spaceship, Eric, the inside of the tent is amazing. It reminds me of Harry Potter.
Oh, there's no expense. They put all the money inside the freaking circus. I mean, it's like this. If you kind of mix it all together, you got to mix Gremlins. When there's scenes at the end of the movie, closer to the end, where there's like little heads popping out everywhere, kind of like Gremlins, right? And then when they're running around inside that circus, it kind of reminds me of Star Wars: A New Hope, when Luke and Han, they're all running around. They're like running around too. I mean, in a lot of ways, it's just like a little bit of everything. Oh, there is a question I have to ask Flat Accord Music real quick. Hey, Flat, my 30-second intro song. I need a real horror intro song. I need Flat Accord Music. I need you to create me a horror theme, a 30-second horror theme, so I can use it. I want a real horror theme. And Flat Accord Music, I know you're the guy to do it. But you know what I mean, Bob? It's like Gremlins, because it has the funny parts, and then it has like running around, like Star Wars, running around the thing. Now, there's a question I got to ask you. I know you've seen the whole movie.
Yes, I just watched it again.
Okay, so you remember closer to the let's just say the end. I'm not giving things away, but you know how they're all running towards the end, and they have to go through these doors. Big door, small door, little door. And they get to the door, and the girl puts the gun, kind of like locks the door, right?
Yes.
Right. But then
because the police officer was running around with an unloaded shotgun. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, but then here comes all the clowns coming out, right? You know, the first thing I would have done is go back and take that shotgun out and use it, because it's like now they're running from these clowns without a shotgun, and it's like, why did you not just pull that shotgun right out? It's right behind you.
Well, it was empty. Remember, it was empty.
Was it empty?
Yeah, they're coming down the hallway. You probably forgot. You probably didn't hear okay, never mind, your ears. Eric, by the way, everybody, Eric can't hear. So, Eric, it made a click. So what you saw was him pointing it, and then he turned around. This is what you saw. You saw him pointing it, and then he made a decision to turn around and go. And he was like, oh, the door's open. He went to what you didn't hear, Eric, with your ears, is he went click with a high-pitched click. So you probably didn't hear it. Eric's got to hear a thing. So it made a click. So I go, oh, the shotgun's empty. So why the hell is he carrying it? Why is a cop carrying an empty shotgun? That's what I said to myself watching the show. But so that answers your question. You just didn't hear it click.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's a real high pitched click.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
How many
So,
people?
so they need to have weapons.
How many of you in the chat? There's 29 of you there. Right? Yes or no that you have you even seen it. I want to know how many of you have seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I like to see it.
So we can report it back to our masters, the Anunnaki extraterrestrial reptilians, draconians, monsters, peoples. Yes, Sleestack. We report back to Sleestack. Yes,
no, Hoska,
no.
son.
I think
You haven't seen it?
I think it's free. Eric. I think it's free on YouTube. It is free on YouTube.
Oh, I
Yes.
thought not here in America. It says you have to rent it or buy it.
Really? It's free. Okay.
But-
Maybe.
But
Okay.
if you, I watched it on Amazon Prime. It is on Amazon Prime.
Yes, and it's of course it sucked.
Well, our cell phone service has free Amazon Prime, so yeah, so it's free on there. Austin's never seen it. Maybe it's Medella. Yeah, I know you've seen it. I know you like some cheese movies. I just got that feeling. Haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, 10 years ago.
2 years ago.
I thought it was a killer clown with a C. Well, okay. Now, since there's a lot more people that's in the chat now than we
do this.
So let me show. Let me show the trailer again, just so people kind of see it again, because a lot of people weren't here when we first played the trailer. Now, hold on, that's us. That's not us. Hold on. I'm bad. That was us. You guys want to see? Nobody wants to see how ugly we are. So go back here a second. Find it. Where is it? Let me find. Oh, here we go. I always drop these on my other channel first, just to make sure that there's a copyright for the movie, but not a strike, so I can show it again.
We'll be talking through this one, so we won't be quiet. So you guys gonna have to watch it with our voices.
Yeah.
I don't want to recommend you guys pay for it. Don't pay for this. And so if you haven't seen it, we can get it for free on YouTube.
If you do have Amazon Prime, it is on there for free. So just so people know.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Any other night.
Now here, this is what I'm talking about. This isn't about the car when they're making out. Not the smart idea. Seriously, I forgot about this. This is smart.
She's an actress now. I've seen her in other ones. Now, doesn't she have a scar on her upper lip?
Hold on.
I could have swore that's that actress, man. I've seen her in other movies, but go ahead.
Let me see here. Her name is Suzanne Snyder.
What other films she's in?
Let me hold on a second. Here.
Man, I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
Hold on. I always like people to see exactly what I'm seeing. So let me see here. Okay, let me go all the way down. Okay, let me see here.
So what she did it?
She was in a few shows with the shit. Oh shit! She was in The Last Starfighter. What scene?
Yes, she was. No,
she's uncredited. Okay, that usually means that we're in a scene. Oh, Weird Science.
Weird Science.
There was those two girls, right? The black hair girl and the blonde girl with the two geeks. Anthony Michael Hall and his buddy. She was one of those girls.
Okay, I gotta make a note of this, man, because I knew that was her, but the problem is she didn't have a scar on her lip, and I can't tell from this movie. But I could not see a scar on her lip. She's famous for a scar on her lip.
And she's in Facts of Life, season 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, I gotta find out if she has a scar. If you guys are watching that are whatever is into whatever, see if she's got a scar on her lip. And the other one, because I didn't see one.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's also in Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
That's it too. She's in a lot of good fucking movies in the 80s.
Her career took off after Killer Clowns from Outer Space. She was in Guts and Glory TV show, Preppy Murder. Okay, Murder. She was in a couple episodes of Murder She Wrote. In the Heat of the Night. Looks like a lot of TV shows, and then she kind of just went away. She was
Yeah. But
I
saw her face a lot in the 80s, man. She was she was a big time, well, not big time, but she was an actress back then. Weird Science. Yes, Weird Science. Yes.
Okay, guys, then here's your question of the day. The song Weird Science. What genius band sing the song Weird Science? Do you guys know? Come on, somebody's got to know. Who sings Weird Science?
I know.
Anyone remember? Oh, My Science Project? Oh, fuck yeah, I remember My Science Project.
Oh, that reminds me of right now. For those of you that haven't seen My Science Project, Eric, we got to do this one next. We got to do My Science Project. You know why? Because we just watched the movie with what's his name, the guy that rapes all the women. The what's his name? The host or what's it called?
Harvey Weinstein, The Burning.
Yeah, The Burning. So in The Burning, there's the young actor who's also in My Science Project. He's like Vinny or whatever in My Science Project. That's where his first film, and he went on to make My Science Project. So if we got My Science Project as one of our shows to do, you'll see the progression from that show to this show, My Science Project. Yeah, and she's also in My Science Project.
I'm trying to see if My Science Project is free on here. And hold on, I think it is. Hold on.
Oh,
yes, it is. Yes, it is. My Science Project is free. So Thursday, we're going to do My Science Project. And this is the best part, that, believe it or not, the company that's behind My Science Project is technically Disney.
Oh, God, guys. You want to talk about...
It was done under Touchstone Pictures, just like Nightmare Before Christmas, which is owned by Disney.
Thanks for bringing that one up, man, because that's a great one. My Science Project. He remembers it.
It's been a long time. That's a damn good movie. Oh, she got it. Oingo Boingo. Was it Oingo Boingo? Yes. Oingo Boingo, Danny Elfman. Weird Science.
Yes.
Okay. I got a question. I got to see if somebody knows this. What the band Oingo Boingo there's a famous scene in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. One of my most favorite scenes that mixed with horror and a song. What is that song?
God damn, it's on the tip of my fucking...
It's one of the most famous scenes, okay? In Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Bob. I don't know if you remember this scene. It's where they're in a car.
On the vehicle. Is that the vehicle?
There's a truck going backwards, and then Leatherface out, and they're playing that Oingo Boingo song, which is, to me, is one of the most genius songs ever put into a movie. That's not that one. That's not that one. Come on, come on.
Who do you want to be?
Come on, maybe Mandela. No, it's not Dead Man's Party.
It's Dead Man's Party. Who can ask for more?
Oh, it's
everybody's coming. Leave your body at the door.
It's on that album, but it's not. It's not that song. I'm gonna sing a little bit. Don't make fun of me. Let's have a party. There's a full moon in the air. It's the hours of the wolves, and I don't want to die.
Yeah, that's completely wrong, but yes.
Forever. Boom. Bingo.
Wait.
No one lives forever.
Yeah. No one lives forever. Let's have a party. There's a full moon in the sky. Fuck. Let's have a party. There's a full moon in the sky. What's the rest of it go? How's it go?
I don't want to die.
I don't want. Let's have a party. There's a full moon in the sky.
The band was actually in the scene in that movie Back to School.
It's the hour of the wolf, and I don't. Is it hour of the wolf? Is it hour? Oh God! Somebody sing the damn song in the sidebar. It's
no one lives forever.
No one lives forever. No one lives forever. It's ironic.
Here it goes. You worry too much. You make yourself sad. You can't change fate, but don't feel so bad. Enjoy it while you can. It's just like the weather. So quit complaining, brother. No one lives forever. That's the party. There's a full moon in the sky. It's the hour of the wolf. And I don't want to
die. Yeah. Yeah, that's
it's just the lyrics is so awesome. I'm so happy, dancing while the Grim Reaper cuts, but you can't get me. I'm clever as can be. I am very quick, but don't forget, we only got too many tricks. No one lives forever. I mean, the song in that movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, is genius. I'm telling you, guys, if you haven't seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, maybe on YouTube, there's got to be a scene in that on YouTube, right?
yeah.
Now I'm not gonna play it because I know that'll probably get a strike and take down. I haven't tested it.
Shoot, man. I think that's the theme song for all these crazy truthers nowadays. I think that's the new theme song. If everybody wants to find that song and you'll be like, how is this some kind of weird? And it resonates with me for some reason. That's weird.
Hey, that's a good idea. Just for real, you should have an 80s retro movie music party show. Hey.
Yeah, I've already got an idea, Eric. I got on my show coming up in October. I'm going to have a call-in show. I'm doing a call-in, and it's going to be strictly zombie attacks. So I'm going to encourage people to call in and tell me about their zombie attacks as it's happening. Like, so you can call in, let me know if you're being attacked, because I figure all of October, because of the blue moon, is going to be nothing but zombies. So I'm going to start like in October 1st, whatever, and then do the whole month of the zombie attacks call-ins. So people will be able to call in on the show. So you can call in on my show, Eric. Let me know how your zombie attacks are going.
Woo! Let's continue with this trailer. We'll pause it. Like, okay, they're in a raft and back of a car making out.
Then
Yes, they're right.
something happened.
Here comes the meteorite.
Did you see that? Something different.
Looks like
Yeah. We've made contact.
Why now? Why?
Yeah, look at that. I mean, for real, that is really not bad special effects. I mean, it's really not that bad.
It's great special effects. It's fantastic special effects.
And you know what?
That would be a CGI now. That's the real deal.
You know what? What's kind of cool about watching this movie now is, you know how some movies cross over from they upgrade the movie, because there's HD now and like 4K and stuff. This movie is more beautiful now than it first came out because they really on Amazon. I don't know about Netflix or you watching it on YouTube, but on Amazon Prime, it's extra colorful. And I'm like, man, I don't remember this movie being that colorful. So
I don't remember either.
It did cross over pretty well. What's this? Holy shit.
What's that?
Losing my virginity story is pretty funny. I'll give you the cliff notes. No. Flat accord music? No. Flat, you got to call in tomorrow or something or jump in and you can cover your face. It's all right. It's up to you. You got to tell us this story.
We got to mark it to 18 though, so make sure.
Dude, you just can't go in the chat and make a comment like that and not tell everybody else the whole story. We want to know the story, so tomorrow I want to hear that story. Come on.
And it better not involve roofies or alcohol, my friend. We don't want to have to call the police on you. Did you just hear what he's? I gotta call the cops. I'm sorry, this ain't gonna work.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
There's the popcorn.
The popcorn guns.
But for survival, for hunting and killing, the popcorn was an excellent idea because when you notice when they're walking through the forest, the popcorn was falling down. So basically, the popcorn was leaving a trail. Oh, what's this? Hold on. Here's the movie link again. I guess you can watch it right here for free.
I told you, yeah. So people can watch it again. It's good then. Don't have to pay for it. Just chill out. Don't expect anything expect just to laugh. It's cheese, man. It's entertaining. So you're not going to be bored. There's movies you can watch that's boring. Yeah. Now let's face it, to the laugh. You're intrigued, but you're bored at the same time. You're not.
I love it when people in the chat kind of agrees. It is amazing as the clarity of today's screen as the VHS tapes. how we saw that grainy stuff with clarity at the time is beyond me. Well, because that's all we know at that time. So the graininess was pretty good until now. Now it's weird watching I actually have, Bob. I actually have a VHS player, and I hook up my VHS. Sometimes I'll play the Star Wars VHS, and it is amazing how grainy it really is now, because now you've been watching all these through clarity. So I know exactly what Suzanne's talking about, because sometimes I like watching the original, and when you watch this through the VHS, it still puts it in the 4.3 format, the old square, not the rectangle. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, there's a TV where I'm at. It's a TV VCR attachment. So I watch VCR. I watch only strictly VHS.
What's everybody's talking about their virginity story now? I know I lost my virginity while the movie was on the TV Friday after Thanksgiving, 11th grade. Holy cow!
What the hell?
I just ate the most excellent breakfast burrito.
Very good.
Yeah, my career with the great outdoors and sort of. I won't spoil it though. No, you got to save it for us. But here we go. Let's continue. And try to ramble off the road.
Dead. All the universe.
What are you gonna do? Knock my block off?
And the funny thing is, he knocks his head off, but when you actually look at the hit, it wasn't even a hard hit.
Yeah, but here's the cool part. Now we have all these issues. I'm not going to go into details about the blacks and the whites and then this and then that. Everybody in this scene here, they're both African Americans, and then there's a white American, or whatever you want to call them. There's a blend of both. There's this little group is like there's no racism. They're all like crazy biker 80s guys. Like there was no problem back then. They probably all had the same cocaine dealers, so they're all best friends. But it's kind of cool when you see these old movies and go, there wasn't really that bad of a problem in the they kind of integrated. They integrated pretty well in these movies.
You remember this movie, Like Dead and Living It?
I like Dead and Living It. Oh.
Like Dead and Living It. I'm going to type that in.
Like that in. I think I've seen this.
And Living It.
Like Dead and Living It. I think I've seen this.
The only thing that comes up is Night of the Living Dead, and we know it's not that. Here. Huh. Okay, here. Let me type it in again. Like Dead and Living It.
If that's the correct 100% name.
And Living It movie. Let me see here.
Oh, somebody put Dead and Loving It.
Dead and Loving It. I think I know what she's talking about. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dead and Loving It.
Eric, she's saying I like the movie, basically. I like Dead and Loving It. Not like the movie.
I thought it was a movie calling Dead and Loving It.
It is Dead and Loving It, yeah.
Dead
and Loving It? It's got to be on
there. Dead love, dead. I think I know what she's talking about, but nothing's coming up.
No Dead and Loving It?
No. I think she's talking about the 1995 Dracula, Dead and Loving It. Leslie Nelson.
Leslie Nelson. Yes. Here, Leslie Nelson. Yes. Yeah. Dead and Loving It.
Let me pop it up to see if this is what she's talking about.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a big Airplane fan. I love Airplane, and so I love it. I love his the cop.
Okay.
Yes.
That the Dracula part was the reason why he wasn't showing up. I remember it, but I don't remember it. I remember watching it, but I can't remember a single thing on it. That's going to be a fun movie to watch again, trying to get that memory back.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch Dead and Loving It again. That's the funny. I love all his
My Tutor. That's Tom Cruise, isn't it?
I think that's Tom Cruise.
I think that's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, My Tutor.
think my
See
tutor,
these 80 movies, man. These 80 movies, I'm like,
no,
like, don't.
no, it's not. It's not Tom Cruise. It's
Oh,
Matt Lazanzi, Karen Kane. I yeah, oh yeah, and that's it. But I don't know why I thought Tom Cruise was in it. Because he's really
yeah. Whatever happened with sleeping with your teacher? You can't do that. It's not legal anymore. You go to prison for that. What's going on with her? The 80s, man. Tom Cruise had that. He was
you're
he
right,
was
because in the movie Risky Business, when he slept with that hooker, he was still in high school. What was his age? Was he now? If he's 18, I guess that's fine. But was he 18 in that movie, or was he supposed to be like 16 or?
He's going to graduate, so he was probably 18. I'm going to assume he's 18 because he was going to graduate. 17. Okay. If he's really smart, he's 17 and a half, maybe. Had the prostitutes. My tutor. There's another kind of a themed thing back in the day. It is what it is back then. You can't really. It's only a movie, so we can't really go into the details of things like that. Don't go in a good direction. But back to the safe conversation about killer clowns from outer space.
Soon they'll be doing it.
And even the shadow kills people.
Nice.
And that guy, he was a pretty known actor during that time. The older guy behind him.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I gotta say something. You remember the 80s? What's up with this feathered haircut? You remember them feather haircuts?
Oh yeah.
Look at that preppy guy's hair. That is a feathered haircut. I have not seen anybody have that haircut in a very long time. Anybody out there with a feathered haircut, let me know. I'm bald.
Oh, yes. Risky Business is known as the Mandela effect because the famous scene that you watch now, he slides across with a pink shirt with nose glasses. Most people remember him sliding across with sunglasses and a white T-shirt. So, yes, that movie is huge in the Mandela effect community.
Huge.
Yes, very huge in the community. That's why if you look at my Area 51 picture of my last show yesterday, if you look at that beam, the beam shows me sucking up Tom Cruise up with the sunglasses and the white T-shirt. So
yeah,
yeah. Well, I know you noticed that picture from yesterday.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I still have a running theory about that. Like everything's switched to opposites. Like if it's masculine, now it's feminine, and if it's feminine, now it's masculine. But it's a whole different show. It's a different show. Risky Business was a fantastic, what the fuck attitude kind of a show. What the fuck? I don't care. What the fuck?
What did she say?
I don't care.
I saw a guy with the cut the other day and a mullet just like Dog the Bounty Hunter. Oh,
no. Oh. What is happening? We're upside down, man. The mullets coming back. The mullets are coming back.
I wore my big hair feather in the 80s.
The aerosol cans. Thank you for destroying the ozone layer. Where's it at now? I don't know. I guess the hole's healed itself. But so yeah, the old aerosol can, freaking hair bearer days. All the guy, especially the guys. You look at that guy's hair, Eric. You can't tell me he went through at least half a can of hairspray for that. That is a half a can of hairspray.
I haven't seen Ocean Girl in a long time, so welcome back. I love seeing you here. You're awesome. I haven't seen it
in Australia.
Yeah.
Australia.
Now, yeah.
Now he's in a pink shirt. He's, everything's switched backwards. Everything's upside down.
I guess I'm kind of lucky in a way because in the 80s, my high school years in the 80s was 88 to 92. So my high school years was really the major crossover of two generations just changing right over just as we speak, I went and saw where metal's on top of the world and kind of where grunge was tipping over and, everything. To me, one of the greatest years for music was between 92 and 95. And the reason I say between 92 and 95, it was like one of the only years when metal was still popular, punk rock was still popular, ska music was popular.
Everything was.
You had
grunge.
Yeah, grunge that was popular, and you had not what do you call that voodoo kind of music? It's like voodoo, big bad voodoo daddy music.
Oh, big band. That was big band. That's that groovy music. Yeah, big band.
There was like a 3-year period that every rock and roll just ruled in all genres there before it kind of all went away, and then everybody's back into pop. Music is garbage now.
I know. It's like I can't handle the truckers' hats, man. You guys don't drive trucks. I'm like, you don't drive a truck. Why are you wearing a trucker's hat sideways? Put a bend in your hat, man. I can't stand the hats without a bend in it. Because if you're working and you got the sun in you want to bend your trucker's hat. You want to kind of mold it to your head. How do they wear it sideways with the truckers? I don't get it. It's the white rap movement. I don't know. I like Beastie Boys.
I could check it. There's a new X-Men.
What? New X-Men? That'd be cool.
Well, thing is, I follow movies, and now since Disney owns Fox, they had no plans of doing any X-Men movie at the time because they're going to rebuild it. So I never heard it. Now I wonder if this person is talking about the New Mutants, the movie called The New Mutants.
I don't know. Everybody owns each other. It's like every time I get around, another company bought another company out. Now they own the rights to this. You own the rights to this. Everybody owns this. Now somebody just owns just the rights to this. What the fuck?
It's
a damn movie.
It's you could do a 4-hour show on the owning the rights because DC DC is completely owned by Warner Brothers. That's simple. DC is completely owned by Warner Brothers. But Marvel, see, people don't realize back in the 90s or in the 2000s, whatever, Marvel went bankrupt. Okay? New Mutants. Okay. Yeah, the New Mutants is actually, guys, the New Mutants was made under the Fox banner. It was actually completed 3 years ago, and it stayed on the shelf because they didn't know what to do with it. And now since Disney owns it, they finally put it out. But it's not a new movie. It was actually made 3-4 years ago. The New Mutants. But Marvel went bankrupt. So what they did was they sold their rights to a lot of the characters to different companies. Okay, so like Sony owns Spider-Man. Okay, yeah. Now Avengers are using him because Sony is loaning him to them, but Sony owns Spider-Man. Now, see, Fox owned X-Men and a lot of them, so now Disney bought Fox. They got him back, but technically, like the Incredible Hulk, this gets weird. The Hulk is owned by Universal Studios. It's owned by Comcast. Okay, now Marvel could put the Hulk in a movie, but the Hulk cannot be the star because if you make the Hulk the star, all the money has to go to Universal. So remember that movie Thor where the Hulk was in it, Thor. Yeah. They couldn't put Hulk title with Thor because Hulk is owned by Universal. So it's weird how it all works out. I know it's weird. It's but people don't realize comic books at one time almost destroyed itself. And you're like, well, how did they almost destroy themselves? They started that stupid craze, limited editions. You got to buy it. But the problem was, you guys understand this, they created so many limited editions. And when people bought these, they thought they bought these because they're going to be worth money someday because they're rare, but they weren't. But they made just as many copies of the limited, and that alone almost destroyed the Marvel where they filed bankruptcy.
Wow.
They had to sell to reborn. Yeah, so that's why. And the funny thing is, Bob, at one time Sony was offered all of Marvel, but they said they only wanted Spider-Man. So they paid like $30 million, right? Well,
Yeah.
well, Disney just paid Fox like $4 billion. So it's like, it's funny how.
We need a whole new reset. We need to reset the entire, all of it. Hollywood, everything. Everyone just start from scratch. A whole new set of superstars with superpowers. It's all brand new. One person owns it or one company. The whole new company. We need to get all the people together that are like-minded like ourselves, and we need to own our own company and make our own superstars, our own superheroes, and just start from scratch, man. Start from scratch. I'll volunteer as a superhero. I'll be the glowing nose guy. This is my special powers. Some new comic stuff.
I know, but there is one remake I would not mind seeing on a superhero or another TV series on a streaming service.
Debbie does that.
Try to redo The Greatest American Hero, but do it the right way.
Yeah,
because the Greatest American Hero had a cool storyline of investigating with an FBI agent. So it was like more of just a story of saving everybody because he didn't know how to save everybody because he didn't know how to do the powers. Now, if they did something with that, do it the correct way, that's only one. But otherwise, yeah, make a whole new character.
Whole new characters. And we could have characters like this guy right here. You guys could like blow dry your hair and then have hairspray in it.
Comic, it'll probably be called Snowflake. I like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Peak Man.
Anything. I actually had a concept of Paper Man. It was like a guy that works at an office and he falls into some copy paper machine thingy, and then he can make paper like stack up, like he's like Iceman, where he rides across papers that copy underneath him and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe he shoots papers at you. Maybe, I don't know.
I like his idea. Why not us?
Why not us, right?
Why not us? Like YouTube by day, YouTube channel. Nobody expects these two guys, and then all of a sudden, Bob puts on his red nose, and then the superpower comes, and then we go. Bob with this glowing nose, and I'll go out with my sword.
I'll grab my coffee cup and a pack of smokes and a lighter. I'll fight through the trenches with you guys. Yes, sir. We can do this. We'll be superheroes. I'm down with
superheroes.
I'm down with it. Totally down with it.
And we'll build our own little Justice League with killer clowns.
Killer clowns.
Killer clowns. It'd be perfect. Here we go. Let's finish this up.
Yes.
And you know what he did there? That still goes on nowadays, Bob, where that cop just hit the guy behind his back. That's almost like that still goes on.
Yes.
Watch. Let me see here. Oh, right there. See right there? Hitting him on the back. That's still happens. That's normal. So this movie predicted the future. And that's Exorcist. I love that little balloon dog. Hey, was that? No. Was it? No.
It was a balloon dog.
No, is that Tracy Lynn? No, that's not the porn star. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. I thought she was a porn star.
Everyone was like, "Oh, we know what he watched."
See, right there, that reminds me of Gremlins. Those two little creatures coming out. It's games? Acid.
What are you in for?
Killer clowns from outer space.
And they kind of forgot a few things because when the pie kind of melted the guy, one of the two ice cream truckers stuck his hand in it and his hand didn't get burned. So I was like, why did it burn him but not burn his hand? But that's all. They should have burnt his hand too. But
can you imagine the emotional problems of people if they were actually if they were abducted by killer clowns? Can you imagine that scenario? You're laying on the classic. You're laying on a metal thing.
Classic brings me back. Yes. And maybe, you got to come on our show one day. We got to work out something where you could jump on our show. We would love to have you as a guest.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
We just laugh. Yeah, could you imagine being abducted by killer clowns, Eric? I mean, how do they probe? What would they use to probe? Like, we'd be like a blow-up balloon. Do you have trauma?
No, we got another issue. She is freaking right. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer might have copyright issues with your red nose.
This whole show's going to be removed, Eric. Rudolph going to have it taken off.
You can still be a superhero, but we might have to, I don't know, paint it purple or something, or pink, not red.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know anything about a red nose. I have no idea what you guys talking about.
Real songs, real instruments written about human condition.
Yes. Real songs. Yeah, actually, back in the day, yeah. Especially Oingo Boingo. Oingo Boingo has a lot of them songs.
Well, Oingo Boingo was just so talented because it wasn't just they weren't just your a punk band in the beginning. They weren't. They were a beyond ska. I mean, they had every instrument in the world. And when Danny Elban was playing those inner drums, the talent that was in that band playing the instruments is what real music is. Now, I'm not putting down pop music and all that, but pop music, you have a bunch of people in the background, right, making the music, and all you get to do is come in and you get to sing their lyrics. Okay, at least you can make fun of all the rock bands you want, but at least they wrote their own stuff. They played their own instruments, and the music was real. I mean, it was really coming from them. Now, there might be some fake ones, but majority of them really knew how to play.
I enjoyed their songs. I mean, I enjoyed all their songs, but a big majority of them I like. Some of them I'm like, I can care less about. Some of them
now, if you go to country, now I like some country, but country is almost somewhat like a pop music because a lot of country singers don't even write their own songs. They sing other people's songs, and they don't really have their own band. Some do, but a lot of them go into a studio with the band already there, and they sing other people's songs.
Yes,
I'm serious. That's the majority of a lot of country bands. But beyond that, we got a minute left. Killer Klowns. It's a guilty pleasure. It's a fun, and the movie knows what it is. It's not trying to be a horror. It's not trying to be. It made its own movie, and that's what made it one of a kind. And we're going to be watching this Thursday. We're going to be talking my science project with someone in the chat. It's free on YouTube, so everybody watch my science project for Thursday. It's free. And tomorrow's show, we're going to be talking about the legend of Art Bell. In the last hour, we're going to look up Art Bell's famous stories, famous top theories, and we're going to have fun just diving into Art Bell. But beyond that, guys, we had a fun time. This was great. I know it's only an hour, but it's awesome. And that's it, guys. We'll see everybody later.